Jesus. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Rosie here, and I play Identity 5 because it's better than Dead by Daylight. Of course. What an intro, dude. What an intro. Been a while since we've done one of these, and I've been playing the game a little bit more, and I checked out some of the free killers today. And I figured I got 2 games I want to go over. Well, 3. Like, I got 2 games to go over. I recorded one more. We decided it's time to do another one of these. This game is not perfect, and I would like to stress that because we're going to talk about a character today that I don't like. I know, right? I said on that last stream that Priestess was the only thing in the game I didn't like. That's until I really started to lab this character. And the more I played him, the more I just didn't like him. And we'll talk about him when we get there. So we're going to start today, lads, with the worst character in the game. Ember, the beginner killer. This is the first killer you play when you boot this game up. And this killer, man, I got a soft spot for him. He is the worst character in the game, but at the same time, he's like designed to be that way because he is the beginner killer. He teaches killers and survivors how to play the game. So, you know, that's their justification. I have campaigned for him to receive buffs for a long time, but that being said, I understand the justification. He's allowed to be bad, especially since most of the game is viable. We have a fucking free down here. Thank fucking Christ, so that, this person just wasn't fucking paying any attention. I guess they were fucking around with the prisoners' fucking, bullshit. And they didn't see us coming. So we got a free down, which means we got the hardest part of the game out of the way. The hardest part of the game is this character is you gotta fucking get out of no presence. And you're base 1 killer. You're base killer until you do that. Didn't have a chair. I think maybe probably had one, but I missed it. But big fucking rip there. But that's okay, because this is time that we would kind of be in chase, so it's appropriate. We got a Phantom because of the thing. Phantom, they kind of work like Knights Guards. So, except if you go straight, they can't ever hit you. Lol. Prisoner's right there, smacks us with the pallet, big fucking rip. Didn't even see him there. So, we're still on this barmaid. She's kind of trash. We've deduced that already, so we really need to focus her as Ember. We kind of see him there. We fucking clicked blink by accident because we're stupid. Take it down on the seer. That was a seer, not a prisoner. Lol. Big roof. They're both wearing white. It's hard to tell. But yeah, we're just still... We noticed that there's a lot of them here, and we know a lot aren't getting done. So we're just going to make sure that we take our time here. We know Prisoner's there. He can shock us, so we put the puppet out, and we give it a flame, meaning it acts as one of our phantoms to make sure we keep him off. Alright, first chair obtained. Seer is still down. Prisoner's on our guard, on our puppet right now. I almost call him a fucking guard, LOL. But we needed to stay and cover the Unbreakable from Seer, so that's what we are doing. Fucking little girl came in and got the rescue. That means nobody's on a Cypher. Nobody's doing anything. There's 4 left. We have time to play with all of a sudden. Use our Phantom to kind of keep him off of a tile. Again, this is all super weak and super bad. Once the puppet's disabled, it's disabled for a long time. Here comes a red puppet trick. When you teleport with the red puppet, you see how we did that? When you teleport with the red puppet and you do an attack, you attack. It only works with the red one. Don't ask me why. That'd just be how it works. And he had no idea where we were or where we were in relation, so we actually ended up getting a terror shock there. Good stuff. Force him away. Force Prisoner away with the thingamajig. So we have really... one thing we do actually have really decent is a camp game, although it's way worse because of Flywheel now. We can't let that red puppet get fucking destroyed. Because the red one's the one that you can hit people with. So that one's got to stay off no matter what. We haven't really committed to a tunnel yet because we've done a good job this game with juggling. But we are seeing that red puppet, we know we got to pick that shit up and pressure people. That's barmaid, though. We know we have a chair on her. But we are going to go back and we are going to, know that they're over there because I guess somebody missed something. I don't know why, I forget. It's been a while since we played this game. Down the seer, though. There's a blink on the prisoner, force him to burn out his shit. We were wanting a double down there, but the shock kind of saved him. It's alright, take the chair. The only person that can potentially come in here is a barmaid. I think they disabled our red puppet, unfortunate. We have a flame, though, and she doesn't seem to have flywheel. This seer's pretty much dead. Nobody's going to be able to get him. Yeah, we really should have picked up that red puppet, though. We don't really want that to be on cooldown so much. You don't really want either of them to be on cooldown. It's just the red one in particular. Okay, last time we saw them, they're over there. So we're going to throw the puppet. Teleport. We immediately have visual. So now we're going to go in and pressure him. Hit that barmaid, son. There we go. Again, all of this is super bad. When the puppets are chasing you, you can actually dismantle them mid-chase, which is super garbage. And nothing can hit you if you just keep going straight. And then the survivors being stronger means that they can just deal with some of the sandwich situations that he puts you in. Those are pretty much the reasons why he's bad. And his early game is fucking garbage. But when he goes off, he can go off pretty hard. He can catch survivors off guard, especially at these low-mid ranks, because if you play him effectively, he can put survivors in an awkward situation, and they might not know how to deal with it. I remember when I played this game with Gracie. Lol, Gracie. But remember, I used to play with her. We'd see Hell Ember, and we instantly knew we were going to lose. Because people that play this character are always, good. We're trying to be cute and red puppet trick him. Lol. We could have went in for a hit there, but we wanted to try to puppet trick him. We're mean. Put the Phantom there. Just Phantom, kind of force him with that awkward tile we don't like. That's little girl's power. A survivor that I'm getting increasingly annoyed with the more I play against her. That survivor's really good. She is annoying. Teleport, try to cut him off. And we missed it because we're stupid. But that's what we're supposed to do. And we missed the blink too. Get some good high-level Rosie stuff there. We went for a puppet trick. We missed it. We do have a flame, though, so we can kind of activate it, which is what we're going to do. He can't dismantle the puppet while we're close by. And the positioning was just better there. He decided to not take the sandwich situation. The thing about those puppets, though, once you... then we teleport for the down. They punish, if you try to change direction, they will instantly hit. So his idea was he wanted to fucking burn the puppet to get away from us. And then he was just running right back to the yellow puppet, so we were able to do that. Just a very situational play there where we became incredibly lethal. We have tinnitus, so we can go just put him away. Check this out. Red puppet trick, lads. Teleport. Boom. And then we don't get a cooldown because we were in the air when that hit. He's got some dirt, dude. A buffed Hell Ember could be really neat if they were to ever buff him. He could be really neat. He already is really neat. It's just if they buffed him, that's why he's just such a solid foundation. I just wish they would take another look at him. Another solution for him is I advocated that they should release a new character called Hell Ember Prime or something like that, which is basically just a buff version of Hell Ember. Like, obviously, give him different skins and stuff so he stands out. But just, like, if you're worried about... Like, I think there's ways to dance around the fact that he is the worst character in the game. But you want to keep him as a beginner. I mean, I get that. It's just... He's such a solid foundation. I just feel like they're wasting the idea on... They're wasting their foundation by having him be the beginner killer. I don't fucking know. I love the guy. So, okay. So that's the introduction, lads. The next character we're going to go into is the one that was free today. Well, technically Axe Boy was free too, and we played him a little bit. But Axe Boy is, like, solid. This character I was very shocked about. I played him, and I played him, and I was like, I want to figure him out a little bit. And then I figured him out, and I started to figure him out, and I'm like, wow, this is, like, actually not good. That character is Nightmare. Which is funny, because Herman was on our stream the other day, and he was saying that he wanted us to play him. And he was free today. So we're going to take this match a little bit slower, and we're going to go into why I don't like him. And we're going to take this just a little bit slower. Okay? So, this character, okay, what he does, he's got a few powers, okay? His first power is when he can throw a bird out, okay? And, like, when the bird hits, he can throw the bird just freely, or he can make it target exit gates, ciphers, and chairs that have survivors in them. So there's some utility that you can do there. Camping, hit somebody, then teleport back to the chair. If the bird gets within a certain amount of a certain distance of a survivor, it, like, latches onto the survivor. You can see their aura. Okay, at like tier 1 presence, you unlock the ability to teleport to the bird. So that's what that's for, and it just helps your early game out a little bit and stuff. That's his first power. The second power is he is a counterpart to the Novelist. Okay, who I like as a survivor. So that's another reason I wanted to, like, work with this character specifically, because he is the counterpart to the Novelist. Where, so they look at, like, he looks at survivors to get the power. Novelist looks at the killer to get his power, which we'll talk about Novelist next match. But once he stares at you long enough, he gets the ability to, like, jump at you. Okay, and this is like an auto. It replaces your basic attack with an auto jump. Okay. And then it's extended. It's like a bigger lunge, okay? There's some pros and cons to that. It hyper-focuses one survivor, and that's one con. That can be a pro and a con, depending on the situation. It deletes your basic attack. That is a massive con in some situations, which we'll point that out. There's a point where I showcase just how that can be bad. And then the second con is that you have no control over the lunge. Once you press the button, it seems that the game does it for you. It seems that it does that. Maybe you have some slight control. I can't tell, though. I'm trying to, like, influence it. I can't really seem to do it. And then at tier 3 presence, max presence, he can perform a second one, it seems. Or maybe that unlocks in tier 1. I'm not sure yet. But he gets the ability to perform a second one, okay? And so that's how he can, like, get distance. And, like, he can, like, almost in chase, kind of use it to fucking run at the, like, that's just like a second movement speed and chase, and we'll showcase that off as we do this. So that's his other power. So let's get into it, okay? So throw a bird out. That's the first thing you do with them. Okay, we found first of all. Here we go. So we're staring at her. Boom, we have the lunge, okay? You can start to see issues right away here. Got it, okay. This tile, lads, did you see that? The character jolted you back to the left. Did you see that? Like, I wanted to, like, go to the right of the box, okay? And then jump at her. The character, like, I tried to influence it. The character jolts you back to the left. Do you see how bad that is? He jolts you back to the left. Because he's, like, auto-aiming on her. It's like auto-aim on fucking steroids. It's very... It can just do things you don't want it to do. The mechanic put her doll out, blocked it. You notice that we have faster pallet breaking speed? That's because pre-dropping seems to destroy him. from the amount I played him today. So we make sure we build north to fucking get that fucking pallet breaking speed. When they do that, that's something that's more tech he seems to have. When they drop something, take advantage of that because they're not moving and you can fucking get some distance on them you wouldn't get otherwise. Boom, there's a hit. There's a hit. So it's like you get some of that distance on them, and then as they're rotating around the tile, the idea is you just like kind of press it to get some extended movement and kind of get them. Issue is holding W, just going forward and pre-dropping seems to destroy him, which is like makes him be like a Dead by Daylight killer. He can punish bad movement really well. Blinked to get them down. If they like diagonal movement, like around loops and stuff, like certain loops, it has to be shaped right. If they make like suboptimal movement, he can punish it like really decently. It's just that they're not moving wrong, then he's in trouble. Like he's not good. Before I start tearing into his lack of engagement, because we're gonna tear into that a little bit soon, he's not good. He's just not that good. See how the cowboy holds W here? We don't have any catch up. Like we're just stuck. Until we're at max presence. Okay, the priestess, did you see that as well? We tried to basic attack there, we had to cancel it. Once we basic attacked, this is another thing I don't like. Once we basic attacked there, it jolted us, because we have no control over it. It didn't just hit the cowboy, it jolted us toward the other cowboy over there. So we had to cancel it, and again, that's not too big of a deal, it's just kind of annoying. Okay, take those 2 downs. Priestess is a pain in the ass. Fortunately, because we have a base teleport, which we've already unlocked, we can't even get it. This portal's in a fucking weird-ass spot. We're thankfully not shreked by Priestess as much, so we take the bird out, and then we're going to teleport over to it. So we can keep focusing that mech. Dead hard. Flywheel. Okay, get the power. Now that we're at max presence, we can get our power easier, and we can use it twice, which basically it's a default movement speed and chase a little bit. So we finally have it down. Took 2 Cyphers to do it. Well, I mean, we got it down before, but the cowboy snagged it. So we're going to chair him. Okay? The idea behind him, what you're supposed to do now, here's what you're supposed to do. The idea behind him is you throw a bird at the chair, Priestess kind of interrupts it, you find a survivor, and then you, use his power to, find them real fast, down the rescuer really quickly. That's the idea. He's supposed to be able to down the rescuer really fast. The idea, again, it's an interesting idea, and I do see what they were going for. I do. The idea is you set up your power on one survivor, and then you, don't have a cooldown. That's the idea. They instead of giving you restrictions, they give you an activation condition. That's what they were going for. He's just kind of sloppy. And maybe it's maybe the design of a mobile device inhibited what they wanted to do. I would have him charge up and then go that would impact the distance that he goes. We should be just fucking lunging right now. But it's okay. We see that we teleport to the mechanic because she had a bird on her, which is she's who we want anyway. Cowboy's kind of near us here. Get that pallet down. Break it again. You want to just stop and break as many pallets as you can because you want to create these zones where your power is just better. Another pro of his power, though, is that because it deletes your basic attack, it has detention synergy. That's treated as a basic attack. We want that chair there, but we see Cowboy, so we're going to have to cut our losses and go for a suboptimal chair, because we don't want to lose her. We've held the Cyphers pretty decently. Throwing another bird out at a different Cypher. I think that they can see us. I think the survivor has kindred because this cowboy knows to he's seeing what we're doing and then reacting to our every move. So I think that he can see us. But here's what he's supposed to do. Okay, hit the rescuer really fast. See that? Boom, and then immediately press the button, down the rescuer really quickly. There, see? Now we can focus her with no body blocking. That's the idea. We should just be kicking this pallet, but we try to play it. You can't really play awkward tiles, because you can't really, like, you can't seem to influence the fucking lunge in any single way. Your job as the player here is to fucking put yourself in positions where the game can play itself. And again, this one, like, if he was good, like, I don't think I'd care as much. It's just he's garbage. He's just not very good. Again, pre-dropping destroys him. He is awkward. He's just awkward. He's got some awkward synergies with some of the anti-synergies with some of the tiles. 2 Cybers. 1, somebody's dead. See her. What we're doing there is we're using our, like, stare to try to track them a little bit better. Go through the portal. There we go. We hit Priestess. Like, you see, we're like, it's a brute force design here. Like, you're designed to just brute force. There's the first example of using 2 in a chase. Instead of, like, weaving through body blocking carefully and stuff, he just wants to brute force it, is what it looks like. But you see how far we were? We were able to do this and this. But all we did to do that was we tapped the button twice. How about I charge my pounce? Like, you see, kind of like Victor. How about, like, if I were to hold down the button, I could go a little bit further. And, like, instead of having to just click a button twice, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit more distance. Let me charge it up a little bit. Just a bit more interactivity than just slamming the screen. We tried to hit Priestess there, but she already left. Here comes a funny misplay I have. Gardner went in. We're going to look at this. We blank right into the portal, which sends us to the other side of the building. Because we were trying to do this play where you can blink and then do 2 things to get a little bit extra distance on your ability, which is cute. I actually do. I like that because it gives you more interactivity with it. Here we go. Boom, boom. There. Just a quick 1-2. It's just, like, you just play. The game plays itself. Maybe it's technical limitations, and that's why they made him this way. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't like how it's just, I don't like that. You just click the screen, and he plays the game for you. And again, he's not here's like the default movement. Like, we're not even gonna bother, like, rotating around this with her. Just click it. Just click your fucking screen, and it doesn't end. It doesn't end. You see that? We're still locked onto Priestess. That was the idea that they had. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. That was 4 button presses to get that down. And again, he's weak and slow. Like, I must say, like, I must stress that he's not good. Like, none of this, like, this isn't good. Priestess portal. We want that Cypher, though, because they know it's above 50%. Teleport just for funsies. Here is the tile that I wanted to show off the powers issues. Like, okay. Because it deletes your basic attack, you don't have any mind games here. This is why I wanted to show that off. If this were any other killer in the game, you would be able to kind of, like, wrap around a little bit more. And, like, basic attacker much easier. And, like, you could, but because, like, this power is so awkward at angles that it doesn't force her to vault. Do you see that? And even when it does, like, we're getting caught on shit. We can't control where we're moving. I couldn't control where we were moving that whole duration. This was just button press, button press, button press, button press. If there was a way to influence it, I can't find it. If somebody likes this guy and can fucking tell me how to influence it a little bit, I would love to hear it. Like, just, it's fucking, ugh. Like, why can't I, like, move the screen to the left and then he veers to the left a little bit? It's just, I'm just pressing a button and just waiting for her to go down. It's kind of silly. There's Priestess. Just wrap around. Easy. Just press the button, then she goes down. Which, I mean, Breaking Wheel has that too, but like, Breaking Wheel, you have to fucking win the interaction first before you get it. This character's literally just smash the button to death. Like, he's a button mash killer. Like, this section here, let's count. I want to count how many fucking button presses we did here in this situation. Here it is. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was just, for the most part, just 10 straight button clicks. Like, bro, what the fuck is that design? Like, that's just, I don't like that killer design. I don't. And again, he's not good either. He gets Shrek by shit. I don't know. I just think, I think out of all the killers on the roster, I think he is in most in need of a rework. He's just, he's so, like, his bird mechanic is cool. He's got the idea of behind brute forcing body blocking and stuff to get double downs. That's cute. Like, just kind of brute forcing what they're doing to you. Just kind of brute force. Like, he's a brute force character. I get that. It's just the way he brute forces is so lame. I don't fucking know. This is the only killer in the game I don't like. Like, playing against him, you never can tell this stuff. You can't really tell. It's just when you play as him that you see his fucking glaring issues. Just awful, dude. They're not a character I like. So, and for our last game tonight, lads, out of all of these, there was one character who I thought needed a little bit of a redo. That's Disciple. When I watched that Disciple game back again, when it was already up, I'm like, we used all of, like, the information tracking aspects of her power. Like, her power just gave us information, and we didn't really show off the lethality beyond, I think we got one hit with it. I think we got one hit with it. So, that made Disciple kind of look kind of uninteresting. So, I decided to, like, film another match here, because I wanted to show off some of her lethality a little bit more. And just show, like, how to kind of use her power in terms of chasing just a little bit more than we did before. Instead of just the information. So, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to tie this discussion to Novelist, who is my favorite survivor, who is also in this match. Novelist, lads, is a cool survivor, I think. I know the community kind of thinks he's toxic. He can take control of you. Once that meter fills up to 100, he can take control of you. I predicted that he was gonna rise up the tier list because he's got cool abilities and stuff. He can, like, take control of other survivors, give them a speed boost. Like, he can do stuff. But they ended up nerfing him because, I mean, apparently it was due to toxicity. I think he was just good. I think that's why they did it. I know the usage rates doesn't support it. But here's the thing. Him taking control of you isn't as good on certain characters. And here's one of them. See, that's him taking control of us. Okay, well, let's watch this back. Watch what we do. We have a cat out, right? You see, the problem is when you have control of him, oh, I can't. Rip. Oh, that's unfortunate. When you have control of him, you can make him go into your shit. We make him jump into our cat. Did you see the cat jump? Because we ran right over to our cat, made him jump into it. Super funny, right? Loud, and then we lunged at him and got the down. So, like, against characters like, I don't know, a Gamekeeper can make him run into his traps. Obviously, that's what you just watched with the cats. If Novelist has a bad matchup where taking control of the killer does nothing, Naiad can make him run into her pools and make him down himself. Like, you can make Novelist down himself. It's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, we got a good cat shot there. Bound at him. There you go. Take the hit. Make sure we get that down. We already have a hit on Mercenary. Elbow pad or bust, buddy. He decided to take bust. So we still see the scuff marks on Novelist, but like that's the interesting thing about Novelist. If he has a bad matchup, he can get, and when he gets found first. If you are a character that counters him and you find him first, like you don't even have to be afraid of his power. As long as you like have yourself set up to actually counter his power when it comes out, you can pretty much force him to just be trash. Especially after his nerf, where he can only like use it once. Just like have yourself prepared for one situation. Like his power is a lot less like spammable now. He used to be able to get it again and again and again and again. Now they nerfed its rate of charge. That's Prospector. We don't really feel Novelist getting out. That's the thing. We're not scared of it like at all. We know his rate of charge is decreased, and like he's injured. Like he's a sitting duck here. There's a pallet there. Cats. Here, kitty kitty. Whack. He can be a really good survivor with the right matchup. Novelist can. If he can take control of you and like you're trying to tunnel somebody else, he can be quite obnoxious. But Disciple just kind of hard counters him really well. And again, when you find him first, attack the shit out of him, man. I trust me, I play Novelist, bro. You don't like getting found first because you want to fucking baton pass in the mid game. That's what he wants to do. We just wanted to hit him with the power. But that was probably suboptimal. We should have just took the free hit so our power wasn't to be on cooldown. Went for a hit there. We missed it. That's okay. We can take him over this. He's going to take us over to this area of the map, which, I don't know. I think this area of the map is weak. Aside from that one window up there. Naiad fucking ruins the spot. There's 4 pallets, so it might not look weak to your average Dead by Daylight player, but all those tiles are not very good. Okay. Here's a major strength of Disciple. Again, I think we execute it wrong, incorrectly, but we do it good enough against these scrubs. So, Disciple's major strength is she wants to, like, fucking, like, have just make sure this to hog a stage. Like, if they wait too long, you want to have cats there to fucking delay this rescue. So, again, not good enough. We didn't really, like, do it too good, but it did work against these scrubs. So we were able to cheese out a stage on that lawyer. All we have to do is get him and he's dead now. Which is very helpful because we're at 1 cipher. Playing these tiles. Boom, there we go. Bound, down. Like, she bounds and so does Nightmare, but like she bounds in the direction of her cats. You have influence over where she's going. Not a whole lot, but enough to where there's a gameplay there. And there we go. You're at max presence, man. Like, she barely has any cooldown. Dumbass Prospector. We saw where Mercenary went. We know he's going to that gate over there. So our goal now, we want to make sure we cheer him as close over there as we can. But yeah, as you can kind of see though, when Disciple's using her power to like get down, she can and cheese chair stages effectively. She can be pretty neat. She's one of my favorite characters. We know where he is because we can see his aura because he's near a cat. You know, I mean, every game's not going to be... Again, sometimes you're just going to be using that power more for information purposes. Sometimes. Again, a part of getting better with her is to make sure you're optimizing your lethality as much as you can. And she is good. America didn't think so, but she is good. There you go. We kind of missed the cap, but we used our bound to kind of jump in its direction to make sure we could get this down on the Mercenary. Now we know where he went, so we kind of want to chair him over by Prospector. See those scuff marks, and he's got magnets down because he's a clown. No, he's pretty much given up because the games are pretty much over. Bound, GG. Her bound gets more distance, too, when you get max presence. So there you go, man. That's Disciple. I wanted to get another game of her on because the other game doesn't really hold up once you're really looking at it. But yeah, see, she can be cool too, guys. So that's this video. I think Nightmare needs a rework. I don't think he is. I think they have a good. I think they have their foundation and their idea with him is okay. I see what they're going for with the brute force elements, but the execution is just fucking garbage. He's just button mashing, spamming trash. Please, NetEase, fix this boy.